Hey, what's up, guys? So this is gonna be the weekly recap. I started off the week relatively decent. I just got a couple things that I started noticing that I've been doing a lot this week. So I I've been doing really well lately, and I think that this week was kind of like the way for the market to kind of balance things out. I think I was getting too confident and I started adding too many things to my that I was focusing on, and I'm not good at focusing on multiple things. I need to just kind of dial everything in and focus on one thing at a time. So I got FOMO on this trade. I started short on weakness. It spiked up here in pre-market. I was trying to get filled here. I was pissed off because I missed this. And so like that's another thing. Like when I can feel like I'm getting irritated, like I need to like take a step back and just kind of relax because I mean this thing just faded all the way down. And I was just like, dude, I just missed this huge move. And so when I opened, it started popping up. It looked like it stuffed, but still, like I should have been short in weakness. Like I should just left it alone. I should waited for it to fade and then pop back up, and then that would have been a valid trade. But not right here. It wasn't a good trade. I got stopped out. This is up in the golden zone, and I was focusing on cracks at the same time, and so I missed this beautiful trade right here. So I short weakness again. I can make all excuses in the world, but I'll get to that here in a little bit. But this is not a legit trade. I did cover. I reshorted. This is an okay trade. Like right here, short cover, and then I stopped break even. Um, this is not a good trade. I shorted weakness again. Um, I should have been shorting over here, not here. So up here, and then I covered at my third target and covered at my final target. So you know, I I I ended green, but as far as like trading wise goes, I would say like a C minus D probably on this one. So then I was trading this one also. Um, so this isn't bad. I shorted. I covered under the wash. I'm pretty sure that this is my first target from here. Then I recycled, covered, which is fine. I shouldn't have taken this trade because I want to trade the first two. But anything after that, the probability that it's going to work goes way down. So then I took a short here. I cut it all off. It's stuff VWAP. I reshorted, but like this is very tight range. It's consolidating. I shouldn't have taken this. If VWAP was like up here, that would have been a nice trade, but it was all the way down here. Like there's no range. It's not worth my mental energy going into this trade. I got squeezed, didn't work because I was focusing on Kern. Um, I just got done with a webinar with the room, and we are talking about this where I get frustrated, and then I go into like it's like a machine gun goes off, and I just start in and out because I'm not trusting myself. Um, it goes up here stuff, so I missed the stuff, which is kind of like my go-to thing. I shorted, cover break even, shorted, cover break even, shorted, cover break even. I could have covered into the wash, but I wanted to hold for my main target, or my first target. Didn't hit, went up, cut off break even. I missed the stuff, and then I made a rookie mistake. I shorted weakness. So you see, this got support, 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 support. It did a fake breakdown, uh, and I shorted weakness, and I got stopped out. And then I instantly jumped back in, shorted again, covered for a small scratch. Then I shorted, cover, shorted, cover, cover, short, cover, cover, and cover. So the first, I shouldn't let go of that. So these first two aren't too bad. I shouldn't have been shorting over here. This is all just a giant disaster zone, honestly. Like this is where I'm on tilt right here, and you can tell. So I've been going over like how do I feel, like what's the thoughts that are going through my head when I'm in this kind of mode, and start analyzing myself. Um, if you look at it, it's got there's a range, right? So there's the bottom of the range right around here, top of the range up here. So if I am going to short this stuff, I've made a rule that I have to short the top of the range because it lowers my risk. I can't be shorting here at the bottom of the range or even mid range. I have to be shorting like within cents of the top. That way I can at least cover, and that way I'm scalping around the core. Or when it works and it starts fading, then I can start recycling. But I'm just starting to, piece everything kind of together a little bit. So that was the first day. I ended green, but it could have been a lot better. Then on this one, so this is my area of interest, was up in here. Once again, I shorted weakness. I didn't get a good feel. It popped up here. I was trying to short the VWAP. I was slow. I got filled down here, and then I should have just instantly cut it off, or like cut it off like around here. I shouldn't have had my risk be at the top of the candle because I got a bad fill. I should have known that. I should have been able to analyze that, and like I did once I started drawing. I was like, man, this thing's uptrending a little bit. The volume, high volume on the first one, and like it's gradually getting higher, 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 and then then it had weakness, and I was looking for up in here. I should have waited a little bit. I only went in. I want to say I only went in half size, but honestly, I probably didn't. I probably went in full size, like for real. I should have been waiting for up in here, but I shorted here. I covered a little bit premature of my first target. I recycled when it rejected the 9, covered, shorted again, covered, short again, cover, and then I covered here, and then I believe that my final target was hit on this one. Once again, not great trading, but that's what these things are for, is to kind of go back and analyze my trades. Then on this one, this is one of the ones that we just went over in the webinar. So the first initial trade wasn't great. I shorted, cut a break even. It's a lower float stock, no overhead resistance. I don't think they had any dilution on either. This is a good trade right here because it popped and failed the whole dollar number. I shorted, cover, recycled, covered, recycled, cut off break even, and I should have just been done after this. This is kind of a no-go up here. There's really no reason to be trading here. There is an overhead resistance. This is the only A plus setup, and I know I went in full size up here. This is definitely something I need to not do, is be going in full size. Like if anything, I should be going in like third size up here, because this is an A plus setup. I got cut up a second time, then I shorted here. I think I shorted here and I was risking the high because I get stopped out over here. So this is when this kind of sucked. So I had to go to work. Um, I didn't want my first cover to be here. Um, I had my first cover was like literally 1 cent under where it bounced at. I was at work. I was in a homeowner's house that didn't have. There was literally no service in there. I remember I walked out. My phone was just kind of going berserk, and I got stopped out. This thing, it went all like I'm in full size from here to here. I was looking for my first main cover to be down here, and like this would have been my payday, honestly, right here. It stopped out, and then I shorted here, cover, cover, short, cover, 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 and I ended the day relatively well, but it I mean it could have been a great day, if I would have covered partial here, covered partial here, and then if I'm going to be setting range orders, I've got a couple rules which I'm going to share with everybody that's watching this here in a second. Um, and then this was just an absolute disaster. So I shouldn't have been shorting this at all. This is a small float, crazy, crazy volume. I shorted the stuff before. Um, like I said, I should not have been trading this whatsoever. I took a stop. All of this stuff is like no go. It just blows through the $half number. It finds support on the $half number. The only trade that like I should have like maybe been doing is like 5, but then it holds the 9, and like no, I shouldn't have been trading this at all because it's a small float. So I'll get to my rules here in a second. So I got cut, 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 small profit, break even, and it's just it's a disaster of a trade. And then I also traded GTech, so I'm gonna go over to this. Oh shit. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so yesterday I was trading GTech. I don't have a chart. DOS. If I don't take a picture of DOS, it erases everything overnight. And so I know that I started longing this thing pre-market, and I was getting cut up a little bit, and then at open, like when I was getting cut up on the long, it's a micro float, so like I'll actually go into this. So I don't know if any of you guys like actually watch Russell Brand, but like I think he's hilarious, and he was talking to Joe Rogan about DMT because Russell Brand is he's been clean and sober for years, but he says this one thing that like it really clicked with me. He's like, I'm a very crafty bastard, and I'm always trying to find like a way to allow myself to do mind altering stuff. And like, so he's asking Joe Rogan about DMT and I can't ayahuasca and stuff like that. And he's like, if I give myself a little bit of an in, I'm a very, very crafty bastard where I will allow myself to go all in. He's like, so I have to make rules that there's no loopholes in it, because if there's a loophole, I'm gonna find it. And I feel like I'm exactly the same way with trading, because I told myself after the what was it? LGVN, that no more shorting micro floats. You can long them, but you can't short them. So I started longing LGVN pre-market, but I it wasn't working, and so it since I was already trading it and I went on to tilt, then I just got all sorts of cut up on the trade. And I mean, this thing's just all over the damn place. It got halted up and all sorts of stuff. I don't know where my exact entries are, but I mean, this thing, you know, it's it's a higher price stock. Um, and it's just ripping all over the place. The only good thing that I did that was somewhat intelligent, which still didn't save me, was I sized way down. So when I was trading LGVN, I was going in full size, which is retarded. And I got cut up. So uh, I honestly like. I mean, I could try to put in dots or whatever, but I shouldn't have been trading GTech. I shouldn't have been trading LGVN, Kern. Um, yeah, so only trades. This is how I should have traded it. Um, so this thing popped up. If I was going to short here, risking just above that high. If I didn't take the trade, I should have shorted here, risking half of this move. Covering it, J-lines, covering it 3 minutes, recycling, risking just above, covering, and then stopping out. And I should just called it a day. I overtrade. I give back profits, and so I know that about myself because, like I said, I'm a very crafty bastard. So, um, Crex. I don't know if this is how I actually traded. This is not how I should have traded because I like first initial J-lines is fine. Cover, cover when it reclaims the 9. I can short a second time, cover when it reclaims, and then there's just it's too tight. I definitely should not have taken this at all. There's no range. It it's not worth my time. What for? What 20 cents? That's stupid. Like you got to go in huge size to even make it worth your while. It pops up here. Stuffs the $half number. Short, cover into the wash. Short, risking this high. Cover, cover. Short at the $half number again. I would still have the risk of high of day. Cover, trend break, short, cover, cover. Honestly, like this wouldn't really have been worth my time. I shouldn't have. I should have just cut off when it reclaims the 9. Yeah, I would say cut it off like right in here would probably be a good spot. Like when I start getting more experience, start getting a little bit better, then I can start adding in more stuff. But for me, not over trading is key. GOVX. So pops up, forms a high, short here, cover, short, cover, cover, and then cover when it reclaims the 9. Nice, simple, easy trade. INM. So I think that my first initial trade was good. Short the stuff of the $2. Then it starts forming. It's getting bought up. Reclaims the 9. I should have covered right here, and then left it alone. That should have been the trade. LGVN and GTech, I shouldn't have traded at all. And so what I've done is I reached out to two of my friends that are my accountability buddies. And when I went what I did is I started analyzing uh, what I do good, what I do bad, like what's the mindset I get into, and why, or how do I keep on get myself in these situations. And so I started writing out like legit rules. Every single day before I trade, I have to read the rules. I have to meditate and make sure that I'm nice and calm. If I break any of the rules, I instantly have to go run 5 miles. Go. Um, and I have a couple different like rules I'm adding to, and so, but uh, every day I talk to my accountability buddies, and if I tell them, hey, I hit max loss, they're gonna ask me, did you break your rules? If I did, I instantly go run, and that way it's going to. I don't want to run. I ran so much during when I was fighting that I don't want to run another day in my life. So for me, running is something that will deter me from breaking the rules. And so every week along with this, I'm going to start adding in, uh, other things I start finding like that I do wrong, and start adding in. So I'm not allowed to short anything under 10 million float at all. No exceptions. I'm not allowed to trade it long, short, whatever. Because I could say that I'll only long it. That's bullshit. I'll break the rules, and I can't allow myself to do that. Then I'm only allowed to go full size on gap and extensions, on fake breakouts of pre-market highs, or stuffs of whole and half dollar numbers. Other than that, I need to cut my size down in half, and no front side trades. Absolutely no front side trades. Like I said, unless it's a stuff with a whole half dollar number with very tight risk. Gap and crabs, I can short golden zone, VWAP, or J lines, full size. But once again, I need to have a very tight risk. Um, and then on gap and extensions, on the first initial wash, I'm going to cover 25%. Lower my stop to break even. That way, I reduce my risk and I can lock in a little bit of profits because gap and extensions have been really tricky lately. And then, yeah, just start add to it a little bit, and I'm really starting to analyze myself. And the market's getting very choppy, very trappy, and so I'm just trying to work on myself. But if anybody actually made it this far, and you guys want or need an accountability buddy, go ahead and shoot me a message on Discord. Um, I'll add you in. I'll send you my notes that I wrote for myself, and then you can return the favor. You can send me your rules, and that way every day I can check in with you. You can check in with me, and have more accountability buddies. So, anyways, I hope you guys have a good day, and yeah, I'll be back next week. Later.